It should be at the top of your fall gardening checklist. If you want your beds to look beautiful come spring, there I said it, put in the work now by planting bulbs that will grow and bloom after the winter freeze. I'm with Jessica Berrett. She's the horticulture manager at the Ashton Gardens at Thanksgiving Point, famous for their tulips. So we know we are learning from the best of the best. She is here to instruct us after controlling her giggle when I said, does this time of year slow down for you? And you said not even.
No, this is our very, very busy time.
This is when you're prepping and planning. I should have thought before that question left my lips. But it sounds like an extra step for gardening experts, but you say this is something everyone should be doing, every homeowner should be considering.
If you want flowers in the spring, beautiful, colorful flowers of all types, now's the time.
This is the time to get planting. What's the time period of when exactly, if you were to isolate the calendar?
Of when to plant them?
Yeah.
Anytime now up until the ground is too cold, literally too cold to plant, or too frozen.
The fact that we're in kind of a higher than usual heat stretch right now doesn't affect what we're doing.
It's okay. Thanksgiving Point, we are 100% planting bulbs.
You guys are hands-on. That's the laughter when I said, is it slowing down for you right now? How long can they stay in the ground?
So all these bulbs need like a cooling period, and that's why we plant them in the fall, and then they pop up in the spring. But depending on where you put them in your yard, if you're putting them in a perennial area that you're not digging up a lot, they can just live in the ground. You never have to dig them up again. Plant them once and they'll come back every spring.
They just stay there, that's their forever home.
But if you're putting them in an area where you want to have different summer annuals during the summer next year, then you'll take them out when they're done blooming and put your summer flowers in.
And where do you recommend the average at-home gardener shop for bulbs? Where are some good places to go?
I'll always recommend our local nurseries first. But you can also find some good deals at big box stores, and some specific things you can order online.
Okay,
that's where you can find an amazing variety.
You're going to walk us through some of your favorites, kind of show and tell what you like and why. Let's start with, tulips. We'll just speak your language. Yeah,
That's classic. So this is a tulip bulb. You can see that it's got kind of this papery coating on it. And when we plant it, we want to put it with this kind of pointy side up if we can.
Okay.
It's just a little bit less work for the plant.
How deep?
We usually go, between 4 and 6 inches deep.
Okay. Okay.
And we'll do a little demonstration of that afterward.
Sure. And what's this guy?
So these are daffodils. One of the benefits of daffodils is that deer don't really like them.
Okay, the one thing in our yard they won't eat.
Exactly. So if you've got deer pressure in your yard, daffodils are a good choice. Of course, they mostly come in yellows and whites. So if those aren't your colors, maybe that's going to be challenging for you. But you can kind of see here how daffodils come in a variety of sizes, and this big bulb actually means a big daffodil. Okay. And these smaller ones mean smaller, shorter daffodils. And these are just different varieties. There are hundreds of varieties of daffodils.
But the size of the bulb,
thousands of tulips.
The size of the bulb dictates the size of the bloom.
It does.
I love that you use the word deer pressure. I haven't heard that phrase. I think a lot of people are feeling seen right now by that description. If you have deer pressure, daffodils are your go-to. All right, next on your list, one that's a little more hard to find.
Yes, one of the plants that we get asked about the most at Thanksgiving Point is called fritillaria. And it's this large bulb. They can be a little expensive, but they have a very unique looking flower.
What does it look like?
It comes up on a stalk, and there's 2 different varieties, but they almost look like little bells hanging on a big, tall stalk, like several feet high.
Okay, yes. So it looks like you're getting a lot for just one. I mean, that's a big one. But
this one you might have to order online if you can't find it here locally. We order ours directly from the Netherlands.
Oh, wow. So, of course you do. Of course you do, just from the Netherlands. Up next, a less common one, this next one comes with a warning.
Yes, so hyacinth bulbs are kind of a shorter flower with a lot of little flowers on a stalk. A lot of people have a skin reaction to this bulb.
You warned me, don't touch.
Yeah, so don't touch unless you're wearing gloves. But like I said before, once they're planted in the ground, they're not going to bother you. But this is kind of interesting. You can see this hyacinth is going to be red, and this one's going to be white. And see how the papery color actually kind of matches the flower?
Yes.
I think that's cool.
That is cool. That's cool. All right, this next one you described as an ornamental onion, but we can actually eat it.
I wouldn't eat it, probably. I mean, you could.
Maybe I misread notes.
You could. It's edible.
Oh, but not recommended.
It's in the onion family. They're related.
We're not going to eat it, though.
These are...
just because you can doesn't mean you should.
That's true.
Is that it?
There are a lot of plants you can eat.
Okay, all right.
Do you want to? Maybe not.
Okay.
These are the ones that look like the big purple balls.
Oh, yeah,
on long stems.
Yeah.
They also come in white.
Okay.
So these, as you can see, also the size of the bulb kind of goes along with the size of the big flower.
All right, your final picks?
So we've also got crocus. These are the little tiny ones that come up early in the spring, and they come in lots of colors, these little guys.
It's like a man bun.
It looks like hair.
In your hand, yeah.
And then these are called snowdrops, and they look like little kind of white bells.
Okay.
And those are both very early. And this is an anemone, which is kind of an interesting, it looks like you know what, but
Yeah.
a fun little bulb to plant, or corm to plant.
We won't
in your
describe that one, but yeah, absolutely. Okay, give us the how-to. You kind of mentioned kind of the depth. What else do we need to know about planting these bulbs this time of year?
So these are some tools that you'll see in sometimes in the garden centers for bulb planting. Honestly, I don't find them to be that useful.
Thank you.
So I would skip.
Thank you for shooting straight.
Skip these and go straight to just your basic trowel. It's going to be easier for you than dealing with this tool. But they sell them. They call them bulb planters. Let me grab a bulb.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't pick up any. So we're going to plant in some really soft soil here, but if you have hard soil, this is an interesting tool that you can buy. Attach it to your drill, and it helps you drill a hole into your clay soil.
I don't need that, but I would feel so powerful if I did. There you go.
Easy way to get bulbs into hard soil.
Yeah.
So using just our little trowels, you can see that they have markings on them.
Handy.
And we're usually going to go to at least 4 inches.
Okay.
But it's super simple. Just dig a hole.
Like so.
Take your tulip.
Pointy side up.
Pointy side up. Push it down. Cover it up.
And then care from there is what?
So if it's a really dry fall, you can just water your flower beds kind of like you normally would, so they get a little bit of water. But over the winter, you don't need to do anything for them.
Just let them go.
They'll get water from the melting snow, and in the spring when they start to pop up, again, if it's a dry spring, you'll give them a little water. But
okay, and maybe map or plot what you did where, or just be surprised, I guess, come spring.
Always a good idea. There's so many thousands of types of tulips. You can choose a color that you love. Combine colors. Do tall and short.
Yeah.
Just read the description so you know what you're getting.
All right, Jessica, thank you so much. You post lots of fall planting tips and inspiration on your Instagram page. How can we connect with you, sister?
So my personal Instagram is plant.geek, and then if you want to follow along with what Thanksgiving Point is doing and our Tulip Festival, our Instagram is Thanks Point.
Are you showing in like preparation right now?
A little bit.
Okay, good. That would be fun to see, knowing what we're going to see in the spring from our friends at Thanksgiving Point. So nice job. Thank you so much.